Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a $400 gaming PC for 2019 that is upgradable. Now to start off the video, we're going to start with the Ryzen 3 1200 quad-core processor. I had this in my very first build, and let me tell you, it is a great CPU. And right now, it's about only $72 to $73. On Amazon, it's $72.95, shipping with Prime. Or you can get it on like Outlet PC right here for $79. But if you can get it on Amazon and you have Prime, that's a good deal. This processor is a quad core, but it does not have hyperthreading, so it's just a strict 4-core processor. It runs at 3.1 gigahertz, but turbos to 3.4. But it is an unlocked processor, so you can overclock this. And with our motherboard, you'll be able to push this thing up to 3.9 to 4 gigahertz. If you are planning on overclocking, I wouldn't overclock it extremely, like a lot, because of our case does not have sufficient air supply, but it's a cheap case to get you guys through. Everything in here is upgradable in the future. If you decide you want to change out to one of the new Ryzen Zen 2, I think it was, or the newest Ryzen processors coming out, you can do that, but you may have to flash the BIOS, which is really simple to do. Like I said, this is a 4-core processor and it is overclockable. It also runs better with dual memory, so that's what we kind of went with on our build. We went with two 4 GB sticks. We'll get that in a minute. It's a 65-watt TDP, and the cooler that comes with this is the Wraith Stealth. I think it's the Wraith Stealth, but it keeps it cool. If you're moderately overclocking, about 3.6 to 3.7 gigahertz is what I was running at, and this thing is a beast for the price. Next up, our motherboard is the AB350M HDV Pro. Sorry, ATX micro ATX motherboard by ASRock. ASRock has some pretty good boards. If you want to change this out for an MSI board, MSI boards, in my opinion, have really good overclocking. They make it so easy for you by presets. Like on my MSI B350M that I had, all I did was just change the CPU multiplier to 37 to get 3.7 gigahertz, and it automatically changes the voltages and stuff. And RAM overclocking on it was also amazing. I got my RAM to 3000 megahertz with presets. Standard motherboard, it has USB 3.0, some 4 SATA ports. Does not support SLI, obviously, because this only has one PCIe 16 expansion slot. It does have USB 3.0. Maximum supported memory is 32 gigabytes, but we're only going with 8. Maximum memory is 3200, and I think our RAM that is in this build should be overclockable. It's B350 chipset, so you can use this to overclock and upgrade in the future if the newer Ryzen CPUs do release a BIOS update, which allows the CPUs to work. Like I said, it's just a standard motherboard. Nothing too fancy, not a lot of features, but it'll get you through it. Next up, our RAM. We just went with two 4 GB sticks of 8 GB DDR4 2400 memory. DDR4 2400, 2400's better than 2133, and if we can overclock it in the future, you could probably push this up to 2666, or if you can get it there, 2933. Just get it as high as you can. Ryzen loves fast and dual channel memory. That's why I went with 2 sticks right here. I had a lot more successful performance with dual channel memory than I did single channel memory. And again, Ryzen processors love memory. They love this. They love fast memory, and they love dual channel. This is $39 on Amazon. It's just Patriot RAM. It's RAM. Looks of RAM doesn't matter. RGB totally adds 70% performance to everything. But we can't afford that $200 RAM for an 8 GB stick. That's a little over exaggerated, but like it's just RAM. Yeah, RAM's RAM. And next up, our storage. We're going with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. You could change this to a 240 gigabyte SSD, but I decided 500 gigabytes would be better in the long run, because maybe you want just more than a few games at a time. Like I have like 16, 17 games on my system, and I have a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it's only half full, so they're not extremely big games. But it's a 7200 RPM hard drive. It'll get you through. Western Digital's a good brand. I recommend this. As a 16 megabyte cache, a 7200 RPM um, drive, and yeah, it's a hard drive, guys. Like I said, if you want to change it to an SSD, you can go right ahead and do that. A graphics card, I had a lot of debate with this one or like an RX 460 or something like that. Um, I originally started out with a GTX 1060 3 GB, which it was okay. This one's only $130, and it's a Sapphire RX 570. Sapphire makes some good cards. Their coolers, especially, are pretty good on these cards, so I'd trust this one. It's a 4 GB graphics card, so it's not the 8 GB version, but you would probably get a bottleneck out of an 8 GB card. Like the RX 580 was a bottleneck. Sorry, the R3 1200 was a bottleneck for my RX 580 when I upgraded. So that kind of tells you that this it's a good processor, it really is. But this is a good card to pair it with. You'll be looking 60 frames like average with medium, low, medium, high settings. Um, like a lot of games nowadays are having like auto detect features, which set the graphics based on your hardware, and it usually does a good job. But if you want, you could probably get away with medium or high presets and still be pushing well above 30 frames per second. Like yeah, it's a good card. Um, Sorry for all the ums. It comes with 2 HDMI's, 2 display ports, and a DVI dual link, and also supports FreeSync, as almost all Radeon graphics cards do, I believe. Our case, we're going with the DIY PC MA01R Micro ATX case. It is a mini tower, so it's going to be small. You could spend an extra $20-$30 and get a um, Micro ATX mid tower case, but to keep this under $400, I did some research, and this case you don't have inside, but there's not a lot of cable management. But one reason I did choose it was because it has 2 internal fans. It has, this person said it has 2 fans and does have an extra slot on the side for an additional, it looks like a 120 millimeter fan. So you definitely have 1 fan in the front, 1 in the back, should be about right here, and you can put 1 on the side blowing into your graphics card and CPU, kind of give it a little bit more cooling performance. Like I said, if you want to upgrade this case and go with a more quality case, go right ahead. It is your money, it is your build. Finally, for the power supply, we just went with a 450 watt power supply to give us room for overclocking on our processor and maybe a little bit on our graphics card. It's just an 80 plus bronze. It's by Roseville. There's no bad reviews about it, so I think I'll trust this for now. It is a non-modular power supply, so cable management in this case is going to be a little hard with this power supply, but you guys can do it. I believe in you. I didn't have any I didn't have any cable management in my case. I had first starting out, so anyone could do it if you set your mind to it. This is like I said, this is a $400 build, $400 with shipping. If without shipping, it's $393. This will play you most games. Like I said, most games you can play medium high or low medium settings and get 60 frames per, like 60 plus FPS with low medium and maybe a mix of low medium and high. Um, some things like, I think it was FXAA or some form of post processing or anti-aliasing doesn't make that big of a difference. So you can definitely get away with it, or shadows. Sometimes shadowing effects take a big hit on performance but don't really look different. Some people don't think they look different, some people do. But that about wraps this video up, guys. I'm sorry if this was a little bit long for you guys. I'm trying to keep this short. I hope you guys have a good day. Remember, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video if you like the video. If you have any ideas on any future videos or something you would like to see, please comment and let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.